one final very important piece of business to get to. Of course, we're talking about top plays. Our team here at the Service Electric Network out at 9 different high school football games over the weekend, so lots to choose from. We begin with our featured Thursday night game from last week, once again showcasing the Emmaus Green Hornets, and once again showcasing another jaw-dropping rushing performance from Brandon Kamiri, who carried the ball just 7 times but racked up 142 yards and 4 touchdowns in Emmaus' victory over the Deer of Huskies. Among his quartet of TD scampers included scoring jaunts of 36, 37, and 66 yards. The senior tailback now with 258 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns through the Green Hornets' first 2 games. Big test coming up this Saturday for Emmaus at the Central Catholic Vikings. Well, speaking of those Vikings, they got an impressive performance under center from senior quarterback Matt Rauscher in the Vikings' victory Saturday over the William Allen Canaries. Rauscher needing just 10 completions to compile 164 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, including this 78-yard strike to Josh Wynn, who finished with 3 grabs for 99 yards. No rust at all for Central after a 15-day COVID layoff. Speaking of impressive EPC signal callers, can't highlight last week's action without singing the praises of Bethlehem Catholic's Jared Richardson. After being blanked at Nazareth the week prior, the Golden Hawks got a much-needed offensive bounce back on Friday, and Richardson was a huge part of it. The senior finishing 13 for 16 passing for 194 yards and 4 touchdowns. 2 long TD connections with Eric Wirt, covering 48 and 49 yards respectively, to go along with a highlight reel conversion to Jacob Stout that went for 34 yards as Bethlehem Catholic topped Liberty for its 2nd victory of the season. Easton and Freedom met Saturday, both looking for their 2nd wins of the new year. Patriots using a 3rd quarter surge from wideout A.J. Fletcher to prevail over the Red Rovers. The senior first hauling in a 48-yard score to put Freedom in front for the first time before sealing the Pates' victory with a 14-yard conversion. Fletcher finished with 4 catches for 81 yards as Freedom starts a perfect 2-0. Another team that remained perfect over the weekend, the Nazareth Blue Eagles, who used some trickeration in their showdown with Northampton to get there. Matt Bugby tossing out to Joe Capobianco, who then hurls a 71-yard touchdown pass to a wide-open Jaden Cabrera. The double pass putting Nazareth in front 20-10 at the time. Blue Eagles would go on to top the Concrete Kids 27-17. Nazareth now 3-0 overall, 2-0 in EPC play, heading into Friday's highly anticipated clash with Freedom. We close our EPC flashback with the final team to get going in East Penn Conference, the Parkland Trojans, who finally kicked off their 2020 campaign and did so in style with a triumph over rival Whitehall. Big night for senior tailback Isaiah Rico, who ran the ball 17 times for 152 yards and a trio of scores in earning Joe Garanser MVP honors in Friday's clash. To the Colonial League now, where an impressive rushing performance came Friday from Palisades senior Mason Smeeland, who racked up 229 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns in the Pirates' win over Bangor. Smeeland's impressive night included a stunning 98-yard scoring scamper on 3rd and 30. The tailback already has 870 yards on the ground and 13 total scores through his first 5 games. Palisades as a team off to a blistering 4-1 start. And finally, another stat-stuffing performance from the Colonial League from Salisbury senior signal caller Quentin Stevens, who had himself a night to remember in the Falcons' win over Penargil. Stevens finished 11 for 18 passing for 163 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also ran the ball 11 times for 176 more and 2 more scores, which included a 64-yard TD jaunt. Stevens with a huge night, propelling Salisbury to its first win of the season. Falcons will look to make it 2 in a row this Friday against Northwestern Lehigh.